What's up, everybody? Big Money, New Jersey. State 82, State 41 coming to you live, man. I hope you had a good day on the East Coast, West Coast, across that big pond, that Atlantic, that Pacific. Thanks for joining me. We're going to do a little quick video. Going to make this one, I think, short and sweet. And it is going to be based off of some actions that we are doing today. So if you need some guidance, best to jump on board, man, and check it out. So as you know, we're in a versus. Today is the shelter upgrade, right? So shelter upgrades got a couple of options you can do to get your versus chests. You can do construction speed ups, you can do building your buildings, you can do orange bounties, forging stones, pulse modules, right? And I'll show you these, right? You know what construction is, you know what speed ups are, right? Here's your orange bounty missions, right? You send these out, you get a nice boost, right? I did mine earlier. You can also do forging stones and pulse modules, right? Forging stones are in your mythic equipment factory. It's what you do to build your secondary power on your gear up to a plus level 5, and then you would go into what this would be, which is the final phase, right? But these are what you gather, right? Your forging stones. Add a significant amount of boost to your gear for sure. More than power cores, to my surprise when I looked at the data. So just keep that in mind, that when you're building your formations, that your forging stones on your gear will add more power than an equivalent amount of power cores to your gear. So with that being said, you can go in, and what we're going to look at is we are going to look at the way that we collect and we recruit refugees, because it can be confusing. So you have 3 types depending on the level of play that you are, where you are in your journey, whether you're first season or going into your 5th season. You can do blue refugees, you can do purple refugees, you can do orange refugees, and they are all of a different pay structure. So 8.7 thousand for your blue refugees, right? You don't get anything for the green. Keep that in mind. The greens are meant to be replaced. So you don't want to build out your green refugees or your blue refugees, to be honest with you. You want to save that for your purples and your oranges. So here's your purples. Actually, they're not going to show me purples, and we'll go into that. But this is a shortcut. So 43,500 for your purples and 174,000 for your orange refugees, right? So let's get to it. Here is where you find your refugees. You want to go into your club, right? And you click on recruitment. It's going to give you 2 options. It's going to give you the regular hero recruitment that you use on your hero day, and it gives you your refugees. So you would click on that one, and here's where you start your build. Up here you've got your recruitment tickets. So I've got almost 40,000 recruitment tickets right now. Take a little sip. And this will go through the odds of your draw when I show you the next state, right? So the goal is orange. You want to get orange, right? If you're further along in your journey, you're going to have purple and orange. In my other account, I've almost got all orange, right? So the lower levels don't benefit me, but if you're new to the game, you're going to use them all. But it's just going to be a varying amount of points for you. So in this case, we want to go through and we want to try to find orange remember, on your play, if you are more in season 1, 2, 3, you're going to be looking at blues and purples, not so much orange. But here's how we go through it with as much efficiency as we can handle. We want to get max value out of my 40,000 tickets. Okay, so it will go to 10, and then you're guaranteed to get an orange ticket. But if you start buying them or refreshing them, right, you can refresh it for 250 diamonds, but it doesn't count against your count, right? And I'll show you. So nothing on here I can use. So I'm just going to refresh it this way. Now watch the 1 of 10. It's still 1 of 10, and I still don't have an orange. So that's not good. I don't want to waste diamonds. I recommend you not wasting your diamonds either. They're too valuable. So what I'll do is instead, I will use my try my luck. I will spend 500. It will go and it will choose one of these refugees. Okay. I am not going to be able to use it, but I'm also not going to be able to farm these either. But it did count. So now I can go in and I can do a refresh and have it move. It'll give me a new 3. Okay, this time I got all blues. Again, I can't use them, but you may be able to. We're going to try my luck again, 500. It's going to choose one. Excellent. 3 of 10. Let's do a refresh. And I'm going to continue this until I can get some orange or purple refugees. Now I'm getting the points for it, right? But I'm not going to be able to use it in any of my buildings, any of my capacity. So I'm not going to get the full benefit. So let's do this again. Let's do a refresh, all greens. It is a scam sometimes, right? So, and you see the next one, if I wanted to try again, it's 2,000 tickets. So it goes up. And that's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, is because I can minimize the amount of tickets that I can use by just choosing to go through the process, right? So I chose one. Let's refresh it for free, and let's go until we can get an orange. There's a couple of purples. All right, now you notice, you see these stars. These stars mean that it's a duplicate. I already own Natalie as a scientist. If you don't see the stars, that means I don't own him or her, right? You see a little thing that says new, right? So we're going to try my luck. Again, I'm not going to be using these because I've already got all orange and purple refugees. So no problem. What's free? Now we're at 7 of 10. We'll try our luck. Excellent. All right, I got an orange one before I got to the guarantee of 1 out of 10. So I'm going to try my luck, and hopefully I get the Lumberjack Joss on the first one. Nope. Here's where it gets expensive. I can try one more time. 2,000. All right, I got it for 2,000 refugee tickets. Now we move on, because the next one was going to be 5,000, which is really expensive, right? So let's do the free refresh. Wow, I got another one. There's your Lumberjack Max. He's a new hero, new refugee. So let's hope we can get him for 500. Well, that worked out well. I'm pretty happy about that. Awesome. Now we're back to 1 of 10. And we continue to go for as long as you want, or until you meet your versus points, right? It's all up to you. Now I'm down to 32,800. I'm going to burn them all because I want to get my max of my 6 million points, if possible, for versus, right? Maximum reward. So it's all right. I got one right in the middle. I got a little stamina trainer. Let's get it. First shot. Come on. 2,000. Come on now. Get in there. Nope. It's going to cost me max tickets. Bam. It's guaranteed. It took me 7,500 tickets to get that one, so really expensive for 174,000 points towards Versus. Dag, that's a killer, right? All right, so let's do the free. I'm glad to get it though, right? A lot of times you don't get it in the middle, so the more orange ones I can get, the more points. So, all right, purple one's good. That counts a little bit more. There's another orange one. Look at this. All right, Marsha, Lumberjack, get it. Nope. Try my luck. Nope. This one's gonna cost me 7,500 as well. Ah, that's rough. Down to 16.8. Let's do a refresh. Wow, gave me another one. Pat the Scientist. It's a new one. So, oh Lord. It's gonna cost me 7,500. Ah, I got it. Awesome. Right, and you see it slowly starting to creep up, right? But I'm also my my refugee tickets are starting to go down. So let's refresh, and let's see if we can get through one more round. Let's see if we can get one more refugee that's orange, right? I might be able to get it. Gotta have a little bit of luck, right? Remember, you're doing this for multiple reasons. You're doing this to boost your capacity in your buildings with refugees who help support your headquarters and your alliance, and I'll show you some of those. And you're also doing it for alliance points. I might be able to make it. Let's come on, man. As long as I've got, threw me an orange one. Nice. Nurse Mike, let's do it. Hit it. Nope. Hit it this time. Get it. Nope. It's gonna cost me 7,500. So 3 times it's cost me the max, right? All right. There's 10. All right. This next one, I'm gonna get an orange, and there it is. Now this will be my last one that I do. Lumberjack Dina. All right, I got it on my first one. I'm pretty happy about that. So I'll do my free. Let's see if it's a refresh. There's nothing there. I'm going to keep my 3,800 tickets for next time. If you run out of tickets, it will give you the opportunity to use diamonds to offset the cost. I would not recommend doing that. It is way too expensive, and your diamonds are way too valuable. So I just took you through how to manage your refugees and get, green, blue, purple, and orange. Orange is the goal. And, in this little icon, it'll tell you what the probabilities are for you to roll through it when you refresh, right? Orange refugees only get a 6.7% chance of getting it. So less than 1 of 10, which is probably why they give you the guarantee. So that I was able to get as many as I did much better than this. So that's good. I'm happy about that. Here's your refugee details, right? It'll take you through who they are and what they do and what the benefits are and what they offer, right? And I'll have a better, easier time showing you inside of the Alliance building, which is here, right? Here is where you have all of your refugees loaded and ready to go to support all of your buildings, which you will find down here, right? In your alliance, you are going to want to build specific refugees, right? One of those refugees you're going to want to build to the highest levels are diplomats, right? Diplomats support the help function in your alliance when you want to heal, when you want to start new builds in research or in construction. Every time your alliance member clicks a button, they have diplomats and they're supported with these little fragmented stars. It goes faster. So for me, pardon me, just taking a drink. I have 3.1 stars, right? And you build them out just like you build out your stars on your heroes, right? So for me, is it worth it? Do I want to continue to build? Or do I want to go back and do I want to build something else? You can build your scientists. This is research speed, which is very valuable. It supports the bookstore, right? So if we go into the bookstore, right, which is, boop, I'm sorry, where's my bookstore? There's my bookstore. Let's look at the dispatch, right? Here are the refugees that I have supporting my bookstore, and here's the buff that I get from my refugees, right? So I'm getting every time plus 540 seconds, and I've got a buff of 73% increased speed. Right. Now you see these like little red dots? That means they can be replaced. Like you can click on it and you can go in and you can look at what they're offering as an individual, right? These ones, purple with no stars, offer 16%. So what we're going to do is we're going to select one because this little arrow is telling me it can be upgraded. So I'm going to select it, right? Or I can do it from here and I can do a quick deploy and it will replace what's available. So let's see what we do. I've got 73% and 540. Let's do a quick deploy. 91%. I just replaced 2 of my purple heroes with orange and I gained a ton of research speed, right? As a buff. That's fantastic. I'm super stoked about that, right? So now I've got better research speed because of it. So now we're going to go back into the Alliance Center and we're going to look at some of the other ones, right? And we can break this down individually at some point and I can show you further deeper. So the butlers support construction speed, same way that the scientists support research speed. Right, I have my diplomats. They're built out pretty solid so that I can help support the alliance and get quicker healing for myself. You can build up your training speed on your heroes, your assaulters, right? Your shooters, your riders. My assaulter, and this is key. My assaulters, the Blood Rose, are my strongest troop. So you want to work on supporting your strongest troop before you work on the other ones, right? So imagine me being able to get it up to 15% unit training speed, how quickly I could replace dead troops, right? So you see that assaulter, the butler again, right? Supporting construction. Nurse supports healing, right? So when you've got injured or seriously injured or people in the hospital, you get increased buff on your healing, right? Or you get the capacity increase. See here, I've got 25% more healing, and I get a boost on my capacity for my hospital, which is good, which means I don't overflow and my troopers don't die, right? And I've got a couple of nurses that have a little bit of star up, right? What else? Here's a shooter instruction. I got a little bit on them, one little trigger, right? They're hard to come by, right? It takes a long time. I've been playing this game well over a year, and you know, I'm not even fully oranged out yet. So just be patient with what you want to do here. For the sake of this video, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do now, right? So where do I want to build now, right? You know, I'm gonna go for, I think, since I'm going for T10s in this, I am gonna jump in and I am gonna increase the research speed of my scientists. Now, I can upgrade this one, which is already at 3, and I'm trying to prove something out. If I find more scientists and they're at 0, I'm wondering if I can use or get better value from my orange frag, right? To be the ability to use more of them. So let's go in and let's see if we can find it. We're gonna want to go into the bookstore, right? There's your construction speed up, as we talked about. There's your merchants, right? Your merchants do your Zents. There's your training for your assaulters, right? There's your hospital. So you can look at each individual building. There's your diplomats, right? What I had said about help, right? So if we go in and we look at them, it's, it's pretty awesome, the level that I have there. So let's find the bookstore, and there's my assaulters, my shooters, my riders, my warehouse. You can do your metallurgy, right? I must have missed it, but those are all your buildings there. Let's back out. Let's go into where the bookstore is, right? And let's look at the details of I'm getting, it says I can upgrade, right? So that's good. I want to be able to upgrade. But I also want to be able to build out a little bit on Amelia, right? I want to be able to put at least one in there. So, and you see it's at 25. So if I increase it, let's go back to where I find the individual, excuse me, in the alliance, we want scientist. So we're just going to scroll through the list, and I'm going to look for scientists that are supporting my bookstore. And we're going to go and we're going to put a couple of little clicks on their star. So let's, there they are. Let's go in, let's do Amelia. Free speed up, right? What does Pat offer? Free speed up, right? 25%. So let's go in and let's do a click. We're going to star up. Bam, I got one. Increase 795 power. And you see the subtraction here, right? It's only cost me 5, right? So 130, 125, 120, 115, right? You're building it out just like you do on your hero frags, right? Or your skill books. The lower ones cost less. I'm building speed up right here, right? So now let's go out of this one. Let's go into Pat, which has got none, and let's star him up on the first one too, right? So now I've got 2 full stars and I've gained all this free research. Now here we go. Remember, I had the opportunity to go in and upgrade, right, in the bookstore because I had a purple. I don't want to upgrade the whole thing. I want to upgrade in dispatch. So, right, can I get rid of this? Can I add in anything here? See, it's like 9% less. That's a lot, right? So is there anything I can do with Sophia, right? I'm not sure. Can I add some clicks to Sophia? Is it worth it? You know, let's use up all my orange frags first with those. And let's see what kind of benefit we can get. So we want to go down where we were. You're just going to scroll through and look. There's my scientist. I don't have enough to add, so it takes the green star away, right? When you don't have enough, just like with your frags, when you don't have enough, it won't let you add them. So let's see if we can find him. If there's an easier way for me to be looking at this, guys, drop a comments, right? I don't know everything, right? I'm still learning the game as we play too, right? It's crazy, right? I don't even know what this means right here, but we're gonna go in and we're gonna drop a few more. These ones are gonna cost me 10, so I can go. Oh, wow! It only let me do 2. Really? Oh, I see. Because I need more support from the green. Ha! That's funny. That's something new. I didn't realize. Um, so if you do run out, let me go see if I can buy some green support. Right? I don't believe I have any in my warehouse. Right? Probably not. No support. I got 50, but 50 is not enough. Right? These are green refugee fragments. I need to help synthesize and promote my orange ones, and I need to use the green ones to do it. So where you can find them? In the shop, right? Are they in here? Can I buy green frags in the glory shop? I know that I saw them somewhere. Are they in the merit shop? Are they here? Where can I buy greens? There they are. And I have to spend diamonds to get them. So you know what? For the sake of this video, I'm gonna buy these, and I'm gonna spend 1,000 diamonds to get 1,000 green refugee tickets. Bam. Now I'm loaded, ready for bear. Now I should be able to go in, and I should be able to upgrade my diplomat. My scientist. Look, see, now I just added 1,000. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Now I've got 40. I've got 2 full stars. I've increased my free speed with Amelia up to 360. Now I'm going to go dump these other 2 on a different hero. And, who do we want to upgrade? Let's see. Do we got anybody started where I could finish them? I've got the diplomat. I think I can finish this one. I think I can finish it. Yeah, I can finish it, right? Nice. So 1, 2, boom. Full star on the diplomat for the Alliance help. I've got 30 more left. So let's go see if we can find one where there's 2, right? It does take a little while to do this. It can be time consuming, so make sure you give yourself a little bit of time when you're doing this. And it looks like it's about it. So can we do anything with the purple ones? You saw I had a lot of purple ones, right? Is there anything I can do with my purple, right, to help build, right, assaulter and structures? I've got 1,000 of these, man. I can do that, right? I can get these. These are folks that are in play right now. Where do I have purple? Where do I have purple, right? You can go in and you can use them to build out, right? So we want to know what buildings do I have purple heroes in, right? Do I have a purple hero in my villa? I don't know. Nope, can't do it there. Do I have a purple hero in my bookstore? Yep, Sophia. And that's who we want to find. Sophia in my bookstore. And we're going to go see if we can upgrade her. So we go to the little A, which is, right, the purple heroes and the purple refugees. And we're looking for Sophia in the bookstore. And there she is, my scientist, right there. Now let's get some of these stars upgraded, right? Boom. I'm going to work our way through. It's going to cost me 30 per little cube, right? Now it's going to cost me 60. So I can upgrade these 5 too. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Right? Now I'm going to go see if I've got any other purple heroes available to upgrade. How do I do that? I go back into the Alliance Center and I start looking at my buildings. When they changed it, they made it a lot more difficult to look at. It really sucks now. I hate the way it's set up, right? But it is what it is. It was much easier to tell earlier in the game where your refugees were and how they were set up. So for now, it's like just a pain in the ass, basically, right? So, but if you look at it, now I've got a little more build out on my research speed with Sophia. If I can get this up to 5-star, I'm in good shape, man. My research is going to go a lot faster. We got our rally square. We got our villa. They're all orange, as we said. Let's go look at our camps. So Vivian, she's our assaulter. What about in here? All orange for my rider. And what do I got in here? I got all orange for this one. Do I got all orange in my hospitals? I don't know. Yeah, all orange there. What do I got here? All orange there. So you may run out of space to put them, but don't let them go to waste. You know, maybe I can use them in my smelting plants, right? That creates my alloy. Let's see what I've got in here. Do I got any purple? Yeah, I got some purple. You're going to want to grab, and I can use them, right? It's just going to give me a little bit of a buff, a little bit of a boost, right? Until I can further advance this, right? So let's find the smelting plant. Let's go back to the Alliance Center. Let's go into our purple. Like, where's our smelting plants? Here, right there. They got the funny little things. We want to use, what are they referred to? Metallurgist. Okay, so we'll, as we did before, we go back in here and we look for metallurgist, and none of them have anything. So let's build some of it out, right? So I can do a full one here. Perfect, right? Close it out. Let's do another one. Right, I'm at 3.2. All right, I'm going to increase my alloy making capability. And 5, right? I can do one more, right? So why let it go to waste? Let's do another one. Start up. Boom. Start up. Boom. I've still got 910 purple refugee frag, right? So you can see that you've used them all once the red dots disappear, right? But as you also could see, I had a significant amount of improvement to my buffs by going through and doing what I just did, right? What I also did is I gained a bunch of versus points for my day, for my alliance, and for me to be able to open up crates. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna finish this right now. I'm gonna take the easy way. You can see how much we added, which was great. I'm pretty excited about that. Can I use forging stones? I believe I used them earlier today. I got 35. I would need it to add it to a 1. It's really the only thing I can build out. I actually need 50 to build it out of a 1. Can I build anything? No, they're all my 1s are taken care of already. I would have to move one of my weapons to full. You know what? Let's do it just for the sake of it, and I'll be able to show you how much they get. Let's go in and how much. What do I got as far as cores? Don't do this stuff out of sequence. I'm just doing it for the sake of the video, and I want to show you what 30 will add to your power. So, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I don't want to give you a bad message. The purpose of this video was to show you refugees, where you find them, right? You find them in your club. You go in, you click on them, you go and you refresh and you buy and you look for what you need, right? Whether it's green, which are temporary, blue, which are temporary, and then purple and orange, which last longer. Ultimately, you want all orange. Don't worry about it in the beginning. It's going to take a long time. Collect as many of these tickets as you can for refugees. Where do you find them? You get them all over. But let's say you come up a little short. Guess where you go? The black market. Black market's going to have tickets, and they are going to be in the glory shop, and they are going to be right here, and they are going to cost you $5,000 for one, right? And it'll be something that I buy at a later time. But just so you know that it's there. Remember, you were looking for what else? You were looking for support on the green items, correct? There they are. Right now, I haven't seen where you can buy purple ones. Purple ones come in different forms and fashions. So do the orange ones. So keep your eye out when you want them and when you need them. You want to prepare and you want to perform in those areas. So you can build your refugees. For now, I'm going to wrap it up, man. I hope you got some value out of this. Go back and re-look at it. It'll help you in your journey. It'll help your buildings, your buffs, your growth, but it'll also help your alliance, which all your teammates will appreciate. Discuss it with your leadership, which ones that should be built out first, right? They'll appreciate that as well. Many times they'll be looking at your alliance center and the help, because that helps everybody in the team, right? You look at mine, I've got all of mine orange, and every time we click that, I've got a plus 12 on the cap for a duration of 729 seconds. So pretty powerful, right? You can raise this level up to 35 as it is right now, and it'll tell you how many reinforcements, what your cap help is. Discuss it with your teammates, and drop me some comments, man. Like and subscribe if you found this video to be helpful, and if you got any other ideas for any other videos, man, drop me a note. This is Big Money New Jersey coming to you. We're about to wrap it up, man. Bless up. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, join if you can. Drop me some comments. Peace out, everybody. Bless up. Appreciate you.